My name is Tope Orolu, your host on the Turning Point platform. The Turning Point platform is a platform that we have created to help us to maximize our potentials, to help us with information and knowledge that we can put to use and then achieve success and make maximum impact. In this episode, I will be sharing with us my thoughts and some of the keys that I think can help us to gain the promotion and recognition that we desire. Now, this is going to be very useful for those who work in conglomerates, work in paid employment, where they desire, a progression, career progression. They want to climb the ladder, where you work, whether in not-for-profit or in profit organizations, in institutions, in the corporations, how to gain the recognition, how to gain the promotion and the recognition that we desire. I think it is, very important and very normal for every employee who starts out at an organization to want to grow. Okay, you start at a junior level or an officer level, and then of course the natural expectation is that as you put in your time and efforts at work, after a few months or years, you should get some elevation, you should get some promotion. In some corporations, you move from officer to senior officer to assistant manager to become a manager, and then of course you become a senior manager, and then you get to executive levels where you become a general manager or executive director, or ultimately you become the managing director or chairman of the corporation. All right, so I'm going to give us some very important tips that I believe can help us, can work for us. Now, some of these tips have worked for me when I was in employment, when I was working, for an institution, and I put some of these skills to work, and I was able to get, the kind of promotions and recognition that I felt I desired and I deserved at those times. And so I'm going to share them with us, and I think they will help us. Number one, now the first tip to gaining promotion and recognition is to know the organization's priority. You must know the priority of your organization. Why is your organization set up? What is the company, working to accomplish? What is key for the organization in terms of performance, in terms of growth? What is the focus? The first thing you must know, you must pay attention to, is the focus of the organization, and ensure that your contribution to the organization is towards the achievement of those goals. Very important. You must know the priority, you must know what is important to your organization. That's the first key. Number two key is to also know what is priority for your boss, for your supervisor. All right, if you have a supervisor, a head of a unit, a head of a division, a head of department, you must know what's important to your, boss, to your superior, because your superior are the ones that will appraise, your performance. They will appraise your work. All right, so you must ensure that first and foremost, you know what is priority to him, what is also priority to the organization, and ensure that you are contributing, you are helping to ensure that those priorities are accomplished. Now, this is very important. Sometimes you need to ask your boss, sir, what is important for you? What is important for the organization. Where are we going? Now, when you ask those kind of questions, it helps, the people who are going to supervise you, help your supervisors to know that, yes, you have their interest at heart. Very important. Okay, very important. And the number 3 key for gaining promotion and recognition is to be is to be solution focused. All right, be solution focused. That's the 3rd key. Be solution focused. Be a solution provider. Don't be a complainer. Learn to solve problems. Be an asset to the organization. Be an asset to your unit. Be an asset to your department. Some of us have this tendency to focus on the negatives. We're always about what's going wrong, what's not going well. When you are like that, you're not likely going to get any recognition, or any promotion. I know, I get it. Sometimes, yes, there are problems, there are challenges, but as an employee, as somebody who wants to be recognized as a star, please help solve problems. Be solution oriented. Be solution focused. Very, very important. The 4th thing I will also say is that, please, as much as you have the opportunity, volunteer. Always volunteer. Even when there are opportunities to do something, it may not be your direct line of business or direct line of your function or operation. If you have the resources and the time to perform, please volunteer. And there are usually many opportunities, many rooms for people to volunteer, to work in the organization. You have committees, maybe they want to host an event and they need volunteers. Please always be willing to volunteer. Very, very important key. Another key that I must mention is the fact that learn to come early and close late. Okay, this is important. Come early and close late. Now, I'm not saying that you should just stay at work doing nothing. No, you must don't at least give an hour after the usual closing time and ensure that you are very, very productive. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, I've said, number 1, you must know the priority of the organization. Number 2, you must know the priority of your boss. Number 3, you must be solution focused. Number 4, volunteer as much as possible. I just talked about the 5th, key, which is to learn to come early. Don't be late. Don't be a late comer. If you want promotion, recognition, don't be a late comer. Okay? And then don't also, when they say closing time is 5 o'clock, and then on the dot of 5, you carry your bags and baggages, and then you want to leave the premises. No, give at least some time. Don't, people who get to the top, they give more than, they are paid for. All right? That's the 5th one. Now, the 6th point I like to give to you is to network with your superiors. Okay? Make friends with some of your bosses. You need to be acquainted with some of those, people who are on top, who are your superiors. Take them as mentors. They are not on your level, so you make them mentors. Make sure you have a mentor, 1 or 2 mentors. Somebody you can always have opportunity to talk to and share ideas with, and once in a while, check on them. They are your, make them. It's very important for you to get recognition and promotion that you deserve. Now, the 7th key that I want to talk about is dress for your next level. Okay, if it's allowed, if you're not, if it's not a uniform place where you have to do uniform for levels, but you can dress in the way you like, please dress for the next level. Once you are targeting another level of promotion, begin to dress, begin to prepare, okay, for that level. Look at what people on that level, how they dress, how they behave. how they speak. You can cultivate all of that and begin to dress for that level. And when there are opportunities, please let your voice be heard. Speak out at meetings. Raise your voice, ask questions, communicate, contribute. Don't be an onlooker. Dress for your next level. Now, I believe these tips that I've given us will help us, if we apply them to our work position and work situations, and I believe strongly that they will help to ensure that you get that promotion and recognition that you desire. All right. I want to thank you for watching and listening to this podcast, and I wish you success, and I say God bless you.